locally in terms of what was written in the script and narrow my vision of it that way, and have my own interpretation of it. So I think both things are true. Yeah, it's daunting, especially when you start playing a character not knowing that that's where it's going to be. Then you have to sort of almost rewrite it, what you've been playing so far, but keeping it all intact as the same person, as my character changed. You know, first God and then evil God, and you know, all these things. So, you know, but at the end of the day, it was a huge honor to be able to play it, and to me, it was kind of a blessing. You could, when you're kind of out of ideas or not inspired, you just go back to the well that this is God. This is what this entity is. It's huge, you know. And there are scenes where I have to overpower the boys, these two guys that tower over me, and that was a cool challenge for me to do. I'm not naturally the guy that walks in the room and is like, hey, sit down, listen to me, I'm fucking God, you know? So, you know, it was cool to be that, and really I channeled more like a strict dad, you know, a strict dad who's maybe not quite the best father, a selfish dad. But yeah, no, it was, at the end of the day, it was an honor. It really was. It was a really cool opportunity for me. Glad I got it.
I love what you said about it. Never used to occur to me, but I don't know at what point it occurred to me. Like, I'm standing in the room and there's like Jared's 6'4" and a bit, Jensen's 6'2" and a bit, Misha's about 5'11", 6, Shepherd's about 5'10", and me. And I'm like, me. It's so fun as a small person to go
to have this power, yeah. For you, you say hello, boys, and you know, put them in their place.
That was such a wonderful thing that the writers gave me permission for, to be that kind of wonky matriarch. You know, that kind of character. So it's fun, right?
Yeah. There was one day in particular I remember in season 15. No, I think it was the end of season 14, where Jensen breaks my guitar, and that scene, and I had to be like, stop, and I couldn't say it without sounding like Rob, you know, hey, stop, you know, hey, would you please stop? And I was like, Jensen wasn't directing the episode, but I just like pulled him aside. I was like, do you got anything for me on this? And he's like, I don't know, say it how I would say it. And so that's what I did, and it actually worked.
Stop. Is that
Stop. Yeah, it's just like it's a lower register voice, you know, that he does. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was cool, man. It was fun.
Thank you for your questions. They were great.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye. Bye. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want? I'm just mixing it up a little.
My name's Skylar, and I'm from here. And I wanted to say really quick, I love Rowena like so much. She's just so cool. She's literally one of my favorite characters ever. My question is, what was the audition process of getting Rowena? Like, how did you find out you were going to be Rowena?
I love telling this story because as actors we have so many stories about when it didn't work out. So when it does, it feels like magic. So a dear friend of mine, Henrietta, who you know very well now, emailed me and said, you should have to get your agent to get you seen for this part. And it said, this mysterious woman from a different place and time who may have a Scottish accent. And I reached out to my agent, who said, yeah, you're going to have to realize this is more about being a name than being right for the role, which didn't sit well with me. So I got in touch with a friend in Canada who got the Canadian casting office to give me the sides. And so I had the sides, and I was going to just do it on tape, and I was going to take a DVD down of all my Scottish clips to the casting office. I was going to do all this stuff, and then at the end of the day, Robert Ulrich, I think you mentioned this in your podcast the other day, bizarrely, Robert Ulrich, because his wife's an actor, I think, and he understands theatre and understood my CV a little bit, actually got me to come in and do a pre-read. So I actually got an audition, which I hadn't had a TV audition for 2 years in Los Angeles.
So he somehow
My agent had forwarded my stuff.
So it got in front of him.
I think my friend had forwarded my stuff.
He's the casting director.
But I was going to make it happen. Like, I was going all around the houses anyway to kind of make sure I had somehow could audition or put myself in front of them. But anyway, I went in for the pre-read, and I could see him as I started to say, you know, now do you understand why it breaks my heart to see what a colossal pussy you've become? Which is one of my favourite lines, Rowena lines. I could see him like trying to grab a post-it note and be like, he's like, you're Ruth, trying to grab it, like, write something down. And then the next day I was in the room with Eugenie, Bob Singer. I don't even know who everyone was now, you know, like Andrew Dabb, everybody. And I had never been to a studio lot before, and I'm in Warner Brothers near the water tower, and I was like I'm from a girl from a farm in Scotland, like this is like the biggest thing that ever happened to me. And I remember outside, I'm going to keep talking until somebody stops me. Outside there was like 4 other actresses who were like testing, because it'd gotten down to that point, you know, they'd seen lots of people and it's like a kind of almost like a screen testing. And I didn't say a single word, which is not like me, because I didn't want to throw them, I didn't want them to know I was Scottish and put them off. You know what I mean? I didn't, because I thought if I was auditioning for something and the real thing came in, it would throw me. So I never said a word. Did the audition. Then Robert Ulrich and Alex called me back in. They said, sometimes networks and studios are weird, and we think your accent's great, but we want you to record it in American as well, so that if they say she can't keep her accent or something like that, we can say, here's a tape of her. So they even got me to tape it in American. They were really looking after me.
So you recorded it?
I taped in American too. And then the next day my agent phoned me and she said, so this is like day after day after day. My agent phones me and said, Ruth, they want you to come back in. And I went, okay. She went, oh, I'm only kidding, you got the part.
And did you say, is it in American or Scottish?
The first thing she was like, they do want you to cut your bangs. And so I had put my bangs back because I thought that was more old-fashioned, and I had bangs, but they wanted me to have bangs. I was like, well, that was more of the conversation. And it was for one episode, potentially with another one. It was not for 12 and 6 seasons. It wasn't for that. So it's one of those life-changing situations. I created all of this for me. Met someone nice, and
It's awesome.
And yeah, and it's the gift that keeps on giving, because my current job has come from people who knew me on that show, and
Yeah.
best
That's
tradition of experience I've ever had.
That's awesome. That's a great story. It's great when it all comes together like that.
Yeah, I had gone to a crossroads and put like some shit down. I'm not actually kidding. The tar pits.
You did that before this happened? Really? You made a deal with the
Who said,
crossroads?
No, sometimes people at conventions say to me, are you into magic and things like that? And I'll say, how do you think I got the job?
You really did that?
No, I really...
I just want to know because I need to go do it if you did that.
I really had been like, if there's such a thing as manifesting or magnetizing or all that stuff, I was so ready. I was like a fully baked potato at this point with the cream. I was just like, something like this needs to happen. And I wasn't, and I don't mean to be ungrateful, but I wasn't totally shocked. When it did, it felt great, and I really enjoyed it because I was so ready.
We spend our lives auditioning, and it's frustrating. You want to bang your head against the wall sometimes because you put so much effort into an audition and it doesn't go your way, or you get close on a job and then it doesn't. But then it seems like the jobs you do get, it's just one of those things where like everything, it just all fits into place. You are exactly what they are looking for, and you're ready to play that. And it all kind of falls into place. Those are the best when it happens.
And that's why you have to trust when you don't get something, that's just not your stream.
No, it's just hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Anyway.
That's great.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Laura.
Laura.
I asked you a question a couple of years ago. First off, I wanted to say that the way Rowena looked up at God Chuck when she first met him, that was like the cutest thing, and so like...
I was his guilty pleasure.
Yeah, you were like obsessed, and perfect. perfect scene. I just love that. I just want to let you know that.
That's the scene where Jared was putting his finger through Misha's trousers zipper.
Overcoat, yeah. Oh, yes.
And you were trying not to laugh.
It was a huge scene for me. The camera's on me. I'm facing all the series, the heavy hitters of the show at that point, because it's Jared, Jensen, Misha, Mark, and Ruth. And I'm way up on this huge set piece, and they do all their coverage first, and they turn around. I got this big get the troops together speech, and Jared is putting his finger through Misha's.
So it would look like a willy.
Yeah, through his zipper holes, it looks like a willy. And oh my God, my coverage.
So that look up at Rob, I was the only person who was trying to keep the scene real for Rob. I was the only one that was not fannying around. Mark Shepherd had a red nose, he had a thing from the floor he stuck on his face like a red nose at one point. I mean, it was
yeah,
crazy.
I mean, they were
It was the end of the episode and there was whiskey.
And it was the perfect storm. Yeah, it was the perfect storm, but let's get Rob.
All of us, Phil Stigrisha said that directing that episode was like herding cats. That's how he described it.
Well, I thought it was really great how you apologized for being a pagan, but you were but still, you're awesome. So the question that I have is, I had asked you what Rowena would have sung to Crowley as a baby, what kind of lullaby? And so now I'm kind of curious, what both of your favorite lullabies are.
Did I improvise a lullaby? Is that what I did? Yeah, I remember that now.
You're shush, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I sang. I wandered around the audience and sang them a really diabolically dark lullaby.
In all reality, was there a Scottish lullaby that you remember?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, so there was a play getting done in Los Angeles by Linda McLean, who's a wonderful playwright, and I was asked to voice direct it because it's Scottish. And I opened up the play, and the opening of the play is this lullaby, a children's song that you sing to comfort children. And when I saw the lullaby, I thought I have to work on this play. And I made friends with Linda McLean from that, and it was a wonderful experience. So the lullaby kind of is, I'm going to sing it wrong. Ali bally bee, sitting on your nana's knee, crying for a wee bobby to buy some Coulter's candy. And a wee bobby is a bob, is money to buy Coulter's candy. Yeah, that's it.
I like the hush little baby, don't say a word. Mama or daddy's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing.
I don't know, your diamond ring, yeah. I like that mockingbird. They're all really laughing.
It's
They get it, they're laughing. I'm so glad you brought that one up.
And actually,
I like my diamonds.
and then you turn. Gosh, it really does. The holidays and birthdays, it's sweating buckets. Try to. Oh, it's big, it's huge. She really likes the gifts.
I'm a big gift giver.
You're a big gift giver. My kids, we sang that to my kids when they were little, and now it makes them cry when they hear it. Because it's sad for some reason. I don't know why. It's just kind of lost youth, I guess. I don't know, but it's such a sweet little song.
What's yours?
I don't know, I'm just drawing a blank now, but I would love to learn the one that you just sang, because I love it.
You can look it up. Ali bally bee. I don't know what that bit means. It might be Scottish. It might be some
What's
Scottish word.
what's a bobby?
A bob of money. I bought a 5 bob bit.
Oh,
Like a crown or a
half a crown?
what does it say? A threepenny bit or
A halfpenny?
a bob. 5 bob. 50 pence.
I only know from Scrooge,
That's it.
from Christmas Carol.
That's where you get all your English dialect. You get all your Scottish dialect.
Yeah.
From Gregory's Girl and all your English.
That's right.
What was it from Christmas Carol this year? Oh, the pudding! Oh, the pudding! Anyway, it's funny if you watch Christmas Carol and you like pudding.
But yeah, Diamond Ring. I love that song got turned into Beyonce all of a sudden. It'd be like,
Hi, my name's Sarah, also from Vegas.
Sarah with the greatest voice.
Oh, thank you. I love you. Obviously, love you both. Okay, so this is my question, and I think I read this somewhere, but I remember the episode when you're, I think it's 12, and you're talking to like a suitor or whatever, and you're like, he's like, oh, what are you in, or how do you have money? And you're like, the American Ballet Company or something like that, right? And then I read that you actually were a dancer. Is that true?
Yes, I did a lot of dancing when I was young. I was a Scottish champion for ballet twice, and I danced with Scottish ballet when I was young. But I was never really built for ballet. Like, I'm quite strong. Things have changed for dancers in a healthy way, but back in the day, you had to be built like a kind of like a fairy, and I'm not really. I'm more of a sturdy gnome. And I don't know.
That's how I describe you to my friends. I met my girlfriend. She's lovely. She's like a sturdy gnome, but in a hot sort of
We'll
way.
not talk about the statue.
She's a hot, sturdy gnome.
We'll talk about the statue in Paris. But so I was a professional dancer. I did dance a lot. And to this day, my Instagram feed is all ballerinas and puppies. That's my Instagram feed.
She went to dance school, dance college for dancing.
Yeah. Rob's a good dancer. Yeah.
Fine, I can do the Running Man. No,
You brought it up.
it's like the only dance I could do. Do the Cabbage Patch.
Do the gay gardens. Do the gay gardens.
What's that?
Come on, you remember.
What's the gay
Come on,
one?
2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4.
I don't remember.
Oh, come on, you've been at a Scottish
Was it
wedding.
New Year's Eve?
Oh, come on.
I don't know the gay gardens.
Oh, I forget.
At the hoot, 2, 3, 4, the Scottish, 2, 3, 4, and we do the thing and the round.
That's close enough.
That's New Year's Eve in Scotland.
That's true.
Oh, that was quick.
fast. I didn't eat my Nutella. I was going to do that. But...
Let's do one more question.
Okay, hello.
Hello. My question is, if Chuck knew about Gabriel and Rowena in the library,
So
would
glad
he be
Richard-
jealous?
Would he have been jealous if he would have known? I don't think Chuck would have been, because he had bigger fish to fry, but Rob Benedict would have been. Rob Benedict was not happy about the direction that went.
I don't want to say anything about anything. It's not my panel. I'm just a guy working with a band, doing a little music. But if you watch that scene, there's a really perfect lipstick print of a kiss on my neck.
It's real.
The makeup department did not do that one.
Yeah, there's a little bit of hanky-panky going on there.
Ruth Connell volunteered her
And then there's that great, and they're like, Phil was like, hey, describe Ruth, and they're like, describe Rich, and she's like, oh, he looks good in trousers, or whatever you said.
A wee touche or something. That was all improvised, a tidy wee touche.
She had a lot of things to say, Bob.
She sure did, she sure did. I never think about it. I don't think about that scene very much.
She's just talking about the bread and the basket, buddy. Don't you worry about nothing.
Now I feel dirty.
It's all fun.
I had a little French Connell kiss on me.
You know, it's
I had
fair.
her describing me in like blue language. I was eyeballing her like a lamb, telling it like it is on camera.
No, it's fair, it's fair. I've lusted after your wife, so it's fair.
So true.
You got it.
Oh, wow.
This is happening.
You're not the only dancer.
No, she's the only dancer. I'm now stuck like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruth Connell and Robin Johnson. She's a black magic woman. Oh, she's a black magic woman. Take it, Mama.
She's a black magic woman, got me so blind that I can't see.
Over here, Mama. You're not seeing clearly, pal.
But she's a black magic woman, and she's gonna make the devil with me. And Mike,
mid-December. We started this committee. But it's over.
How is that possible?
I know. It just like a flash flight. It went by. I know you sold photographs, you sold autographs, but our time on stage is done. So let's get the boys up here, and we're gonna sing the song that we always sing. The song of good times gone by that sends us out the door. If you know the words of this song, by all means sing it. If you don't know the words, for the love of Pete, learn them.
It's the end.